iconic person in Fredericton. Everyone knows him for being a positive, funny, magical person, and that's such a great thing to be known for.
Along with you.
Yeah. Oh, I hear them already.
Yeah.
God. I always loved children, of course. When I worked at Tingley's, which was my favorite place to work, I worked for Richard Tingley for 30 years. Wonderful, wonderful man to work for, and still a good friend. And I always loved children, and when they would come into the store, I would pick them up and go get them a cookie or something. And, you know, I always loved kids, and I always had a little magic trick for them in my pocket, which wasn't very exciting, but they loved it. And so one day, my wife and I were in Las Vegas, and I seen a magic store. So I went over and I bought 5 or 6 little items, very inexpensive things, but they were cute. And one day my friend said to me, Perley, could you come to my little girl's birthday party? Well, I said, gee, I'm kind of old for that. And he didn't know to bring your magic tricks, because I said, really? So I came, had a little table set up for me, and I laid my little tricks down. And wow, the kids sat out there, and their eyes got so big. Why, they thought I was Harry Houdini, maybe, I thought. And I looked at those kids, and I seen how they enjoyed that little bit of stuff I did. And I said, you know, I think I could get more of this stuff. No sleeves, right? If I need them back, I just go like that. That was the back. And I go like this. Well, my name is Perley Palmer, but most people know me as Perley the Magician. Most people grew up knowing Perley the Magician. And I've been doing magic for 30 years now in Fredericton. And done most every kid party, or, you know, and still doing lots of parties for kids.
I think my first memory of Perley the Magician was at my 7th birthday party, and it was at the Bowl-O-Drome. And he just showed up, and I had no idea he was coming, so my parents, you know, they planned this, and we were all so excited, because to us he was like the best and only magician that existed. And here he was at my birthday party, and he had all these tricks, like the signature tricks, the one where he like takes the box and like makes it look like his head's going backwards, and we were all so like amazed.
Almost instantly the phone began to ring. Everybody in Fredericton seemed to want a magic show for their kids, and it was just remarkable how I didn't advertise, but they just calls kept on coming, and it hasn't stopped. 30 years later, the phone's still ringing. I have just as much fun doing tricks for adults as I do children. You don't have to be a kid to enjoy magic. Like, even before I ever got into magic, I love magic. There was a show on TV called The Paul Daniels Show. He was from England, and I would stay up till midnight if he was on to see him. I just would never miss the Paul Daniels Magic Show, and I just loved it so much. So then when I get into magic, it would just fit what I love to do so much.
Perley brings a smile to people's face, so it's a good asset for the place. Yeah, he's been coming in ever since he retired, so I wish he had retired younger.
I heard this probably hundreds of times. The little ones will say, oh, when I grow up, I want to be Perley, you know, or I want to be like Perley, you know. And I hear it hundreds of times. My little guy, he wants to be a magician when he gets big like you. And it makes you feel good that some little kid, I know when I was small, I want to be a policeman, you know. So, you know, when you're a kid, you always want, when you grow up, what you want to be. And a lot of kids say, oh, I want to be Perley, I want to be like Perley, you know. And what a compliment to just, you know, have some kid want to be like you. That makes you feel really good.
It'd be nice if we could all aspire to be more like him, in that it's not a selfish thing, it's not a greedy thing, it just seems like he genuinely enjoys it and he loves to share it with people. And I think that's what we should all try and do a little bit more, right? He's a role model, he's a hero for us.
Very surprising when he declared that July 13th, and it will go forward, he said, from this day on, will be Perley Palmer Day. And Brad was so good. He said so many nice things about me. He almost brought tears to my eyes. The stuff he was saying to me, how popular it was, and you know, he said, I'll never forget. He said, "You're loved in Fredericton." He said, you know, he said, "There's nobody like you." You know, he was very kind. I think Brad is a wonderful person. This cancer has got a bad hold on me, but it's stage 4, which is not good. And but I'm on chemotherapy and taking injections, and hopefully with God's help, and I might be able to beat it. I couldn't even count how many people has already told me that we're praying for you, we're praying for you. Everywhere I go, it's fantastic. People have been good.